And here we go, Betty. Sarge playing on the best music, Fever.
Yes, I am a converted Team Off player, but I will never lose my love of the Fever music in this game. Um, we are Team Fever, so. But yes, they are off. I really like Cat Pants's board here. She chooses to make a couple of drill down plays, and they're exactly where she needs them to be. Sarge, on the other hand, does have a lot of setups here that are taking some drop time for him, but again, everything in a good place.
Yeah, looking at Cat Pants's board, it was kind of floaty. She started to bring that down a little bit. Looking pretty good. I like this yellow red, and I like the decision to go ahead and take the drill in column 8 and set up the reds. Now doing the same thing, setting up the yellows there at the bottom. Looking at Sarge's board, he's really this the main problem for him is blue.
Mm-hmm. And the amount of pills that are so far up on his board still, so that it just screams that it's going to take some drop time here. He is doing a great job maneuvering around that, making sure uh, to take this down in with minimal drop time. I like this play here to shoot that yellow over, and just doing great work on Sarge's side.
Oh, look at that setup from Cat Pants. Getting the horizontal blue and dropping the reds down. She's out at a 132. Really,
Wow.
really nice play. And a lot of that board vision there, I think, comes from her practice that she's been doing in versus, Betty.
I will second that for sure. She has come a long way in versus, and ever since she's joined the speed side of things, it has been making remarkable progress on both versus and speed. So look at this. You see what she's trying for here. Oh, decided not to take it the way I thought she would, but a wonderful clear by Cat Pants. And look at this clear by Sarge, too. Great thinking for both of these players.
Man, if Sarge had put the first double yellow vertically in column 3, then he would have been able to make a T out of the yellows in his columns 1 and 2 as well. But still clears it out just fine. And I mean, I don't blame him for not doing that because there's no guarantee that you're gonna get a double pill in this game, unless you get one of those dreaded rushes.
But I was a bit surprised that he decided to use a double yellow to clear just one of the yellows when he had quite a few
Mhm.
columns that were able to be cleared. So that's just those type of things that when you're kind of focused in on clearing a certain way, it doesn't always it's not always the most efficient. But that said, Sarge is in the lead right now, so uh, that might not matter right now.
Yeah, it was Sarge making us say, "And what do we know? He's
Yeah.
he's doing fine." I love that horizontal too by Sarge, and he's got another horizontal here set up at the bottom. But we look back over at Cat Pants. Any
Hmm.
blue that's not a blue yellow sets
There it
off
goes.
another horizontal, and
Beautiful.
now another horizontal. Once she gets this
Wow.
final blue, it is neck and neck here, just waiting for the blue. Sarge just waiting for 2 reds. There's the blue. There's the reds for Cat
Wow.
Pants. It is Sarge out 1 second earlier going into
Yeah,
level
but
8.
but basically tied on our screen. This is some awesome action, and this is what we were looking for between these two, the neck and neck, basically tied in the average. This is what we came to see.
Indeed, we have. And Sarge's board starting to look a little bit heavy on that right side.
Mhm.
Only a couple little mini spires in his columns 1 and 2, and a little bit of a stoplight actually in column 1, but he's managed to clear that out pretty darn quick here. And loving this blue yellow for him. Now, Sarge not wanting to see blue really at all, only has 2 remaining there at the bottom of his board in rows 1 and 2, and using blue any way he can to eliminate drop time and to set up future clears.
Yeah, and on Cat Pants' side over here, didn't have access to blue for a really, really long time, but was getting nothing but blue pills. And so a lot of this blue trash that you see around their board is due to that. So now has access to blue, but is trying to maybe. I'm going to try and see how they dig under this column 1 here to get to these other viruses that are there, making great work everywhere else, but kind of avoiding that column 1 now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Cat Pants maybe wants to desandwich those yellows in column 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a little bit of a trick to do, but if she could have made that tuck with the blue yellow, which on high speed kind of risky, um, she had the room for it, and Sarge now out at a 533, I believe it was, little bit of a lead here over Cat Pants. Now just needing blue. And I really like
I
that
love that.
horizontal. I didn't even see that. Great play by Cat Pants.
Yeah, I love that. That avoided her having to wait for the perfect piece, and being able to utilize that piece was very, very good. Cat Pants joining Sarge into this level 9, this final level here for this level bracket.
Yeah, both players really dealing with a pretty blue top line here. Sarge making a tuck with that double red, and I like the play. It's now going to drop down, though, and take up the setup that he had for that horizontal in column 6, right underneath those blues. But now gets the horizontal red a little bit above it, the different one he was going for. And we look over at Cat Pants. It's a board. I don't love it.
One of her strengths, though, is finding those clears down the road. You know, like not just playing from the top, but being able to maneuver the pill down the board and set up some, amazing clears that she, is able to see. So, but right now, I'm really concerned with that column 8. She is bringing it down a little bit with that pill, but she has that trash, and the speed gets quicker and quicker, and so it's going to be harder to maneuver over there and clear that blue from where it is at. And now on Sarge, look at this fat log. This is for you, Flindo. Look at that. And then it sets up perfectly that yellow horizontal clear, and he takes it. Now just needing 2 more blue, and Sarge will be out of here and taking the first crown with a 736. And we'll see if Cat Pants continues on playing here. But yeah, just a little bit of trash was keeping her. It looks like she is going to go ahead and top out here, so we could get onto that next crown. And we already have a ready from Cat Pan. She's like, okay, I'm ready to just move on here. We'll get a few quick resets. All right, have 2 readies in chat. And we'll get Flindo back in just a bit. He had some setup issues, so we'll wait till Flindo is back here so I can have my commentating partner here.
All right, sorry folks, we are back. My setup went down for a second, but I'm back and ready to call this next match. I heard Sarge took the first game, and we have Betty again.
Yeah, I am still here. I'm looking forward to this match for real. This is going to be great. Cat Pants is like, I'm ready. She was the first right after she topped out. She was like, I'm ready for the next one. So we will see how ready she is in 3, 2, 1, and pills. Cat Pants, one of our resident crows, always wanting those deciders. So hopefully she can provide for the other crows in chat.
Yeah, well, she definitely wants the crows to be fed this time, because if she's not, then that is the end of her tournament for the month
Mm-hmm.
of May. And once again, happy birthday to the DrMC. May, of course, the year the month rather, that we started in 2020. Is that
That
right?
would be 5 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. So wrapping things up here for the month of May, and Cat Pants really trying to get
Beautiful.
some reds on this board, but I love those tucks down that she's making, trying to make everything useful that's not red really, and really actually she is getting red. She's just using it. She's having to bring it down to the bottom of the board. Not really fully agree with that one, because it does leave her with a lot of garbage on that yellow in her column 4, though.
Mm-hmm. But she is still in the lead here against Sarge, who had some struggles of his own at the top of his board. But both of them just making clears that aren't necessarily clearing any viruses, but they are maybe getting them in a better state. In board state. Oh, but Sarge just making a misplay right there. That's going to be hard to continue on with that horizontal red that he was trying for in his 5 and 6.
Yeah, and Sarge's column 1 a little bit inspired here too, with blues and yellows, and really just needing blue at this point. Now able to get that vertical red, has no reds whatsoever on his board. I really hate both of these boards, to be honest. It's not a nice thing to see, and I really wish that Cat Pants had uh a little extra row there to get that fat log. Unfortunately, did not have access to that. But it's looking like it's probably going to be Cat Pants out first. And here's that red out at a 216 for Cat Pants. Sarge setting up here, maybe for a fat log. Can we get a blue-yellow game? Please, there it is. Say it with me, Betty. Fat log.
A little fat log, right?
Yeah,
You have to sing it, right? If
fat
you're in
log,
chat, you
fat
have to sing it.
log.
But yes, we are seeing Sarge behind by 7 viruses here, but joining Cat Pants into this level 7. I love these horizontal clears that he is seeing, and he's bringing this back down. He's now, trying to charge back here and take back the lead that he had.
Yeah, Sarge trying to charge. Shout outs to Dr. Seuss here. And I really like this setup actually from Cat Pants. A nice triple there, and it leaves her with no garbage. I thought I was
Oh,
gonna say, I
I
wonder
was
if she
I
was
was
gonna
wanting
try
to
to
talk.
undertuck that. I mean, on
You were
high,
wanting to.
it is a little bit more risky on high speed. I think she
Look at
could
this
have made it
though.
proper dash charge. I don't blame her for not going for it. Now just needing yellows and reds for Cat Pants. 7 viruses remaining for her, 13 for Sarge. Who again, Betty, like you said, he's staying in this.
Mm-hmm. Definitely so. And you know what? Like, I've just been seeing him make everything, all the plays that he needs to make, decides to wait for this yellow red. Beautiful. I was hoping he saw that horizontal possibility there, and he did. And look at this, a nice clear. Now no yellows on his board, but getting the red pieces he needs. But Cat Pants out first into her level 8.
Yep, out at 355 here for Cat Pants. And Sarge just waiting on that pill right there. A red blue, followed by another blue, and followed by a red. It's going to be 414 for Sergeant Saros here as we go into our penultimate level of this game 2 of a best of 3. Sarge up 1 game to none over at Cat Pants. And Cat Pants, a lot of red, a lot of yellow that she's having to work through. And Sarge with really no real red access until just about right there.
Mm-hmm. I've been watching Cat Pants, and she's been making some really great plays to just bring down her board. Uh, and she's been seeing again down the pill bottle that she's able to make these fantastic clears and not necessarily having direct access to those. Um, just awesome work, and that's the sign of Virus Buster League player, and she definitely is one of those. Oh, had a head shake from Sarge. I didn't see what the issue was over there.
There's just a lot of drop time, I think, on those
Mm.
yellows there in his column 7. Really needing to open up that piece of blue. Was one, he has nowhere to put blue, and two, it's kind of blocking him down from getting down to the rest of this board. And now that blue is gone, now it needs
Ooh.
to open up. Probably this long horizontal red is what I'd go for here in Sarge's position.
Yeah, and you know what? He actually has a really good opportunity here. He'll be able to have these yellows clear horizontally. He doesn't need to because the doc does provide him the pills that he needs here. But these reds can just be taken out together horizontally, saving a lot of pill halves. And he is now in the lead into his level 9 ahead of Cat Pants.
Yeah, Cat Pants not too far behind though, and this blue yellow is really gonna help. Although she does have a yellow half that's kind of impeding progress. If that wasn't there, she would have just been able to clear those out. And of course, she gets the double yellow now.
Mm-hmm.
Great game. Okay, there she goes, out at a 628. And yeah,
This
interesting
is.
starting board
Mhm.
here for Cat Pants. Would really love to see one more red yellow for her, but she'll take a double red as well. Just drop that stuff down.
I do like where she placed that because, she did not have a lot of access to red right at the beginning of her board, so the color diversity was against her, but she used the red yellow she was getting in a really good way to keep her board from being too dirty. And, she is bringing this back slowly but surely, but Sarge is making some really great plays of his own.
Yes, he is, but please don't call me Shirley.
Oh my goodness.
You knew there had to be at
I
least
know.
one
I
pun.
was like, where's it coming? Where's it coming?
Yeah, now Sarge is looking pretty good here. 6 virus lead right now over Cat Pants, and I actually really like the decision to do that little tuck there. And might have in Sarge's case gone ahead and drilled down the blue red because I knew because the double blue was there in his next box waiting to clear those out. So probably a little bit of missed prioritization, but he is still pretty firmly in the lead here. Now 9 viruses over Cat Pants, and Betty, he's got a great in-game setup here.
Yeah, absolutely. Besides just those viruses in column 1 being a little bit high off the ground, I guess. He has everything he needs, but Cat Pants is doing really good work. It looks like Sarge is going to be out at 8:15 taking this, but Cat Pants was really trying to charge back here, and it made it just a 7 virus difference.
Yeah, and so far no deciders. Maybe we'll get a decider in our final match between Sergeant Saros and Rezimatic. Catpant's gonna go ahead and finish this one out. GG's to her. Oh, love that play. Love it,
Love
Catpants. Love it.
it.
845, 846 for Catpants. GG's.